Hi everyone, welcome to another Info Agent video. I'm Chris Avanis, and today I'm here to answer all your questions about strata in the Sydney property market. This video will be more of a Q&A style, so if there's a specific question that you'd like answered, use the timestamps below this video to skip ahead to your question, or feel free to watch the whole thing. It won't be long and you might find you'll learn some extra information. So if you're looking to buy a strata property, live in one, or are just curious about what strata means, then this video is for you. So let's get started. Before we get stuck into it, we want to say a quick disclaimer. All of the info provided here is from the standard clauses covered in the Strata Schemes Management Regulation, which is the name of the legislation that governs strata in New South Wales. We'll leave a link to this in the description or on our website. In some cases, your strata committee can override these standards with their own, more strict processes, so make sure to check your specific strata bylaws before doing anything. So first things first, what is strata? Strata is a form of property ownership where multiple units or lots are grouped together to form a single building or complex. In other words, you own your unit, but you share the common areas and facilities with the other unit owners in the building. Strata is a popular form of property ownership in Australia, especially in cities like Sydney. So what does strata mean? Well, strata comes from the Latin word stratum, which means layer. This refers to the different layers of ownership in a strata complex. Each unit owner has a share in the common areas and facilities, and each share is referred to as a stratum. So what are strata fees and what are strata levies? Well, strata fees are regular payments made by owners to cover the cost of maintaining and repairing the common areas and facilities. These ongoing strata fees are usually split, and a ratio goes into two accounts. The administration fund, which pays for the common areas bills like utilities, insurances, cleaning and gardening, and the sinking fund, which covers larger expenses like renovations or repainting for the building. Special levies are usually one-off payments made for specific expenses such as major renovations or repairs. So how often do you pay strata fees? Strata fees are usually paid quarterly or monthly, though the frequency can depend on the specific strata complex, the strata manager, or whatever the strata committee has decided. So how much are strata fees? Well, strata fees can vary greatly depending heavily on the size and complexity of the strata complex, but on average, you can expect to pay anywhere between $500 to $2,000 per quarter. The things that can affect this cost are the location and amenities provided by the complex. This includes elevators, gyms, swimming pools, spas, barbecue areas, gardens, courtyards, etc. Basically, they are things that require maintenance. Strata managers most likely have a calculated idea of what maintenance for certain amenities may cost over the lifetime and adjust the fees accordingly. You'll also pay more or less than other owners in your building depending on how much floor space you own. For instance, the owner of a 3-bedroom unit will usually have a higher strata fee than that of a 2-bedder. Now, what is strata management? Strata management is the process of managing the common areas and facilities in a strata complex. This includes maintaining the building and grounds, arranging repairs, and handling financial matters. Strata managers are professionals hired to carry out these tasks on behalf of the unit owners. You can think of them as property managers, but for the entire complex itself, though that's putting it very loosely. So what does strata cover? Strata covers the maintenance and repair of the common areas and facilities such as the roof, walls, elevators, swimming pools, and so on. However, strata does not cover the cost of repairs or maintenance to individual units such as changing carpet or installing fly screen. That's the responsibility of the unit owner unless you've sustained damage from an external source. For example, a leak from a common area where water has entered your unit and caused damages. In this case, strata can cover the repairs. So what do you need strata approval for? You need strata approval for any alterations or improvements you want to make to your unit. This includes things like renovating a kitchen and even minor ones like changing recessed light fittings or installing and replacing wiring and cabling, just to name a few. Changes to common areas are also subject to this. For instance, you can't just go ahead and paint the outside of your door a bright red if it doesn't match the building. This is to ensure that the changes are in line with the bylaws of the strata complex and do not affect the safety or appearance of the building. You may even be asked to provide plans for the work, acoustic certificates, and even qualifications and details of the tradesman. Another popular question is, do you need strata approval to change carpet specifically? This would fall under changes to floor coverings and surfaces in the legislation. It states that you'll only need to notify strata of changes to floor coverings if the change is likely to increase noise in any other lot. So simply changing or replacing the existing carpet to more carpet will most likely be fine. Another popular one is, are strata fees tax deductible? Yes, strata fees paid into the admin and sinking funds if you're a landlord are considered tax deductible expenses, as they're incurred in the process of owning and maintaining a rental property. Special levies, however, aren't tax deductible. You also must keep a record of this. It's always best to consult with a tax professional to confirm your specific circumstance. Now, this is probably the biggest one. Can strata refuse pets in New South Wales? Yes, but not in the way that they used to. In 2021, major changes were made due to the pandemic lockdowns. Strata bylaws can include restrictions on pet ownership, such as a ban on certain breeds restricted by the Companion Animals Act, or that are declared dangerous or menacing. Strata bylaws must comply with the state legislation, which in New South Wales allows for reasonable restrictions on pet ownership in strata. What they can do, however, is ban a current pet regardless of breed if it causes unreasonable interference. Examples of this are if it makes constant noise, damages property, risks health, or attacks and threatens other residents. Is a garage common property in strata? This depends on the specific strata complex. Some garages are considered common property, managed and maintained by strata, while others are privately owned and maintained by the unit owner. It's important to check with the strata bylaws or consult a strata professional to determine the status of your garage in the complex. Are fly screens covered by strata? No, fly screens are considered part of the individual unit and are not covered by strata. The cost of installing and maintaining fly screens is the responsibility of the unit owner. Here's another very popular one. Do strata fees include water rates? This depends on the specific strata complex. Some strata fees include water rates as part of the common expenses, while others do not. It's important to check the strata bylaws to determine what is included in your strata fees. If you're a landlord, it's important to note that if you don't have a separate water usage charge on a bill from a separately metered unit, you won't be able to pass any water usage costs on to your tenants. Who can attend a strata committee meeting? The strata committee is responsible for managing the property, and these meetings are generally open to all owners. However, strata committees can set their own rules regarding who can attend meetings. So can tenants attend strata meetings? The answer is yes in some cases. Some strata committees may allow tenants to attend while others may not. If they do, tenants can attend strata meetings to learn about important decisions affecting the property and raise any concerns they may have. However, they do not have voting rights. Only the owners of strata units hold this power. Now, what is a quorum in a strata meeting? A quorum is the minimum number of people required to be present at a meeting for decisions to be made. The quorum is determined by the strata bylaws and can vary in size depending on the size of the property and the number of owners. Typically, a quorum is at least 50% of the total number of lots plus one, but this may vary. Some of what's involved in strata is set in stone until changes are made to the legislation. A lot of it, however, can vary, and some bylaws can be controlled and altered by the owners on the strata committee that can restrict these laws even further. This is a general overview of the baseline provided by the current legislation at the time of this video. For more specific information, it's always best to speak to your strata manager, or if you're looking at buying into a strata complex, don't be afraid to look into their bylaws. If you're a landlord and you need a hand with the rental value of your investment or are looking for a property manager, you can order a free appraisal instantly from us either through the menus on our website or in the links in the description. We hope you found this information helpful. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or sign up for our newsletter on our website for more real estate tips and tricks. Until next time, we'll see you then.